pressure, high pressure, high pressure. Low pressure, that's not my problem. Problem's at AC. Number 3. Right here. On the ground, that's a plus. The silence is deafening. This is a excuse me, manufacturing plant. These things basically run 24/7. When it gets to dead of the winter, they may shut down, but we had a high pressure trip on this one. Somebody's changed capacitors. I haven't been on this site in a while. I don't see anything too out of the ordinary. He was only, the supervisor only called about this one. I noticed, well, can't see it, but on the other side there's the duct on the top there. That's another one of these that's not running as well. Looks like we've had some contactors changed. Years ago I've done a lot of work here. I haven't been here recently too much. But the first thing we want to do, we had a high pressure trip. These two fuses here are for our condenser fan motors. Both those fuses are good. So I'm gonna assume that my condenser's dirty. This is a thick condenser and they take time to clean. Doesn't look awful. Some stuff up on the top, but it's almost got to be what's going on, unless I've lost a fan motor and it didn't blow a fuse, which would be weird. I can see some crap back inside there, so let's turn it on. Maybe we'll throw some gauges on and see what our pressure looks like. It's cool out this morning, so it'll probably run for me right now. We hit 100 and something yesterday, and that's probably when it shut down. Nothing out of the ordinary in here. I did just notice these marks are from me years ago. This is how I used to mark which fan motor was which, because they don't really show you on the wire diagram. I didn't replace these capacitors, but they've got them color coded with tape on the bottoms of them, and that is an ingenious idea, except I don't think they marked them anywhere else. They should have put a piece of tape on the wires here where they were, but that's something to think about next time. A good idea with the tape. Let this guy cycle, make sure all our fans run. So that next unit closest to us here wasn't running. The furthest unit was the only one still running back here. Everything else is on the roof. There's some weld gas piping there. I did that piping probably, I don't know, 10 years ago, 8 years ago. We're just gonna verify all of our fans come on and all of them are going the right direction. And then we'll have to throw gauges on this guy and see what could have caused our high pressure. Other than possibly the obvious, which is a dirty coil. It doesn't look awful, but he said that he didn't think they cleaned it this year. aren't blowing right. We ain't drawing no air through this thing. Well, the other one's going to be the same thing. We're going to have to at least rinse this guy quick. I can't spend all day here cleaning these coils, but I've kind of talked to him about that already, so we're going to maybe rinse this guy real quick, try to keep him running, and then get back at some point. Belt's ticking. That doesn't sound good. I don't know when anything was done with these. A couple months ago, looks like the filters were changed. Like I said, manufacturing plants, so those are dirty, but they're not nearly as bad as they'll get. That's what happens when you don't do regular maintenance, especially places like this that run all the damn time. We're gonna go ahead and reset this guy for right now. Like I said, this is these are gonna have to be cleaned well, and that's gonna take some time. These will run for the day, at least this morning, because it's nice and cool out still. So we're just gonna reset them for right now, let them run. We'll start with the one he called about, start getting it cleaned, and at least rinse it from the outside pretty good, and then we'll talk to him about getting everything cleaned well. There's your well gas piping right there. Bucket. I just rinsed a little bit from the outside. You can see what I got out of it. So I'm not gonna spend a whole heck of a lot of time on this. See some of that crap coming through, but we're gonna start from in here and just be careful not to bend the fins over. Give it a good rinse out, and then we'll go from the outside and give it a good rinse in. There's a lot of crap in these coils. They didn't get cleaned this year, and this is what happened. So we'll get it good and clean. I'm not going to put any cleaner on it. We'll let him know when we get done that they need to be spent some time with and cleaner, and got cleaned real well. These are old coils, so they get a little more fragile, and you just got to be careful, take your time. These types of coils here can take hours to clean. We're giving this a quick rinse. That's why I'm not using coil cleaner. I would typically use a non-acid based coil cleaner on these, and just make sure you rinse them real well, because you don't want that cleaner staying on these coils, especially these old coils with age. We'll give these one more good rinse from the outside in, and then we'll let these guys go. I haven't been cleaning in a while, so I could spend all day here trying to clean this thing. We're going to get them through the rest of August here, and then hopefully have a maintenance contract out here to clean these yearly. Maybe twice a year on these, because they run so much. can see all the crap that came out. Even though this guy didn't look terribly dirty, we are getting a bunch of crap out of it. So we'll rinse it one more time from the outside and then call this one good, move on to the next one. So we got her all cleaned up. We will note a little bit of this coil damage. Looks like it can be combed out, but it'll be alright for now. Now she's a little bit cleaner than she was. We'll kick it back on, see how she does. Airflow does feel much better now. It's not perfect, but better than it was. That's a good sign. We did that before. So I'm gonna move on to the next one. Let you guys go. 90% of what we do is airflow, guys. So hit the thumbs up, leave me a comment. See y'all on the next one.